the road right now. We're in Michigan. It is September 30th. Deer season kicks off tomorrow, but we're heading south because we got a lot of things on camera and we got tags in our pocket. So I'm gonna be driving down there. I worked 12 hours overnight, and then I'm doing an 8-hour drive all the way here, hoping to punch some more tags. I was lucky enough to get a bear earlier in the season, and I'm hoping to punch some more. So stay tuned, because we're gonna be killing this week. Well, it is September 30th. It is 5:04 p.m. and we are back in the saddle for the first time this year. We're in West Virginia on some public land right now, and we're giving it a go for some deer and bear, whatever shows up. We got tags for both. This is a really good area. I hunted it last year, and it's a bowl at the bottom of it. There's a nice runway that has a bench through it that these deer and bear are utilizing. Saw a lot of bear there last year at the trail cameras. This year they're not showing as much, but there is a ton of acorns falling, and I'm having to suspect that that has something to do with it. But we're gonna sit tight. First sit of the year, fingers crossed. We're kicking off season 4, baby. Hopefully we're gonna kick it off with a bang. I don't know what happened right there. I don't know if I hit him or not. My light and knock never went off. Nice 8-point though. Public land here in West Virginia. We'll give it a few and we'll get down and see if we can see any blood, but he didn't act hit. Well, shot that buck there. We just found the arrow, and one thing I noticed was the lighted knock didn't go off. Well, we came up and the lighted knock's a little ways from the arrow, but we're gonna get on the trail, see what we can come up with. Not too promising, but we're going to take a look. We're going to give it a little time to take a look. Well, like I said, we're gonna back out right now, and we're gonna wait on Tyson and go review the footage, see what happened. I don't know, it doesn't seem too promising. I'm really kicking myself right now. Like I said, it was kind of weird that lighted knock was, quite a ways from the arrow, and it never lit up. I had that happen when I first bought them. I took one shot, the first shot with it, and arrow went one way, lighted knock went the other, and neither hit the target. But we do have some blood, so I'm gonna stay positive, and never know what can happen. Just real crappy feeling right now. Once we got home, I reviewed the footage with Andrew, and unfortunately, when the shot went off, I bumped the camera arm, prevented us to see where the shot hit. Now, Andrew and I decided to go back and scout the area for this deer, and unfortunately, we weren't able to find him, but I do believe that this buck made it, and I just gave him a haircut. It is October 1st. It is opening day of bow season for whitetails back home in Michigan, but we are here in West Virginia still. I decided to hunt here because there's just better bears and better deer opportunity here, and it's unfortunate because Michigan could do some really, really good things, but I'm yet to see in it, so that's why I'm here on opening day. Yesterday, I struck an 8-point on some public land. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find it. I do believe that I just gave the deer a haircut. We haven't been able to review the footage. We've been having technical difficulties with the computer, just about everything. But one really weird thing was the knock flew off the arrow, and it was about 10 yards from the arrow, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but it's a lesson learned. I gotta slow down and take my time. It was a lot of excitement for the first set of the year, and unfortunately, I let a rookie move get the best of me, but we're back in it. It's 5 o'clock. We're in the same stand that I killed my bear in last year. Hopefully we can get a repeat, and we're going to sit tight because it's hot. The bugs are bad, but we're going to be running the thermocell. So let's see what we come across tonight. Winds move towards the field. The winds move towards the field, not ideal, but I think in the evening more, those thermals will push back this way and we'll be alright. Well, we got an hour and a half left to hunt. Nothing yet. Can't get a hold of the other guys because there's just no service, but I do believe that we're going to see something tonight. I just got a gut feeling. We had a bear in here last night at last light. Hopefully he comes back. The wind's changed. It's blowing behind me, and it's pretty cool because with that milkweed you just see it floating, and then it hits that thermal and it just goes wham, which is pretty cool. Now, if it keeps up like that, we'll have no problem with the wind whatsoever. But hopefully they start moving soon because I'm getting antsy.
And that then is where I called you, because as we were going, we went down again. And it was like steep as hell.
Me and Aaron took my side-by-side down there whenever I first got it, and it was super rainy. I was in four-wheel drive, kicking it sideways, going up, and he was screaming bloody murder, and
so
slow down.
I told Tyson, I go, man, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. This is wrong.
I would have died walking all the way down there and up.
It was 3 miles.
Oh, yeah.
You get up here. Let me get back here.
He's back there now. Now I regret not getting the 1,000 side and getting the 700. 1,000's a little bit wider.
This is your steak chaps. I'm a little gassy.
Just rip them on. Put the flavoring on them. That's right.
You did eat a lot of bacon.
I ate a lot of bacon.
Well, it is October 2nd right now, and we are back in the saddle. We're at the lease here in West Virginia. We struck out last night, didn't see anything, but now we're at my spot. We came in here and we scouted this area out a couple months ago, and we hung a camera. I have a lot of really nice deer and some really, really big bears, so my fingers are crossed. I definitely have high hopes. This is the first time that I've hunted this spot. It's a bowl, and there's also a bench right up here. So these animals are using this just like a funnel. It's an easy way for them to climb on up here, right onto that bench over there, and then that'll take them to the other side of the holler. A lot of great animals in here. It's about 3 o'clock right now. It doesn't get dark till I think 8, or I think somewhere around in there. And my fingers are definitely crossed, because this is a great spot. Well, it's about 5 o'clock right now, and I ended up changing trees. I didn't like the tree I was in because it was angled, and I just kept leaning in the other direction, and it just kind of got uncomfortable. So we moved about 6 yards, and we're up in a new tree. It's a lot better, and I can actually see better, so this works out really well. Nothing yet. I haven't heard from the guys. Service isn't the best, so we're just gonna hope that they see something and can draw blood tonight. Bear. That was pretty cool. We just had 3 bears come up out of the holler here. I thought they were going to come to my shooting lane right here, but they never did. They ended up going out in front of me a little more. I had a real quick shot at a pretty nice one, but I just couldn't pull the trigger because it wasn't an ethical shot. And I was hoping they were going to come back in, but that one climbed up to the tree and kind of spooked him a bit. I don't know if I got that on film, but that's pretty cool. It's pretty early. Let's hope they keep moving. Well, I am 3 miles back on the lease, and somehow I just got service because some texts came through, and the side-by-side's broken down. So, I have a choice to make now because my phone's almost dead. I don't know how long my flashlight's gonna last, and I got a 3-mile walk. But I'm seeing bears, so I think I'm gonna tough it out, and if I have to walk in the pitch black, just hope a copperhead or rattler don't get me, but I'm gonna walk out at night. Not looking forward to it, I'll tell you that right now. But hopefully another bear or a buck will come in, and I'll get a shot at him. It'll make it all worth it. Right now I'm thinking bears because I just had those 3 different bears come through. That was pretty cool, but just, couldn't make it happen. There was one window where I had a little shot and I wasn't gonna take it because it was just, I didn't feel right. And after, my mess up with that buck earlier in the week, I'm not gonna do it unless I know I'm gonna kill it. I don't want to see an animal suffer, so I did the right thing. But now I might be walking back in the dark because of it, but that's alright. Alright, folks, my flashlight is dead, so I'm just walking right now because my cell phone is at 1% as well. I got a compass on it that I'm using, and I'm really hoping that I'm going in the right direction, because here's a little backstory. I'm in stand and I got 3 bears around me. Couldn't get a shot off, and it was still early. I texted my brother, and it was a miracle he got it because we don't get the best service here, especially in the mountains. And he told me that the side-by-side broke down. And Dave, Chris, and Jerome are over 4 miles from me right now. I have a 3-mile walk out, and I've only been in this spot one time. So it is dark as you can see, and I believe right now I'm at the top of the mountain, and now I can descend down. So I'm going to use my compass to make sure I'm going in the right direction, and I'm just going to go. Dave, Jerome, and Chris, they also are walking, but I don't know where they're at, so this is quite the adventure. I'm laughing because my cell phone's dead, my headlight's dead, it's pitch black. I've only been here once. I am in bear country. There's copperheads, there's rattlesnakes, there's coyotes, there's bobcats, there's everything, man, and I am having the time of my life. This is the adventure I've been craving. This is the best time I've had all year. So I'm excited, to say the least. I'm laughing. You gotta laugh, you gotta have fun. But now we're gonna descend down and hopefully not break an ankle or a bone or something like that. Oh, this is awesome, folks. This is what I live for. Well,
yeah. All right, how far are we?
Just down.
Half
right around
mile.
the corner?
Yeah.
All right. Half a mile from here?
Yeah, probably.
Holy shit.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
This isn't the bottom right here?
It is, but it's quite a ways.
We spent quite a bit of time getting off the mountain that evening, and we were all pretty exhausted when we were done. We got a couple hours of sleep, and Andrew and I were back at it. And we were checking out the public land as we were 20 feet up in a tree, hoping for a bear or a nice buck to show up. Unfortunately, the whole state of West Virginia was in a rainstorm, and I wasn't able to bring my camera to film this hunt. Now, We didn't end up seeing anything out that morning, but my cell phone did go off, and it was my cell cam, and my target buck was at my spot that morning, 20 yards from my tree stand. So you know what? I packed up real quick, and I got over there, and I settled in for a nice long sit. I knew that it was going to be raining most of the day, but what I didn't know was it turned into an absolute monsoon around 6 o'clock, and it forced me down from my tree. As soon as I got back to the truck, I was just greeted with some unfortunate news from my cell phone. My target buck was sitting right there, right in front of the stand that I had just left. I was definitely disappointed, and I feel like I have some unfinished business, but hey, that's the way it goes. I'm gonna go after that buck once again in 2022, and now it's time to turn the page and head on back to Michigan, where I'm hoping to put a tag around my biggest buck ever.